Hey everyone, and welcome to episode number 68 of Shatter The Vain. Hope everyone's having a great Christmas week. We're kicking this out right as the week of Christmas, so hopefully everyone has a chance to listen to it, especially with some downtime from school, from work, and hopefully you're getting a ton of VainGlory, and I know I am. Games have been a little tough this week. I've resorted to just insta-locking lane. Sometimes that support just doesn't always work out like you plan. But so playing a lot of Ringo, he's my main lane guy. I go to him a lot, and then still loving Blackfeather, playing him when I can. Ups and downs of that, gotta be aggressive. You gotta go in there. But we had a lot of fun stuff coming up. Super Evil did their last dev stream of 2015 and revealed a new hero, or at least a splash art for the new hero. So we're going to talk about that on this episode, as well as we got the Hotmess joining us. So they fun guys over there. A lot of great jokes and everything on this episode. So hopefully you have a good time. And then we're gonna do some hero tier list. Give our rundown of who we think's the top and who do we think's the potato in this patch. So get ready. Episode 68. Here we go.
Shatter the Vain, a podcast about VainGlory.
This is the 68th episode of Shatter the Vain. My name is Brad Chmielewski, and this is a podcast all about VainGlory. Every week, I try to break down the news, gameplay, game tips, and hopefully we can all become better players together. And every week, bringing on more people from the community, helping me go through all this stuff and just chat about this game we love. This week, I got the Hotmess joining me. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Or a part of the hot mess, not the full mess.
2/3 of the mess.
Yeah. Q's in New York right now, drying his socks out.
Oh, wow. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome being here.
Do you guys want to, for people that don't know who you are, haven't seen your Twitch stream, you want to introduce yourself and give them a little rundown of what you do?
We are the Hotmess. We stream on Tuesday nights on Twitch. We're West Coast streamers. Tend to go a little late. A lot of the East Coasters have a hard time watching us because we're usually going like midnight to 3 a.m. their time. But we're group streamers.
Yes.
We got into this because the three of us, Grim Latifah, Soulstop, and Q, who's not
Black
here.
Thumb.
Black Thumb. We all started. We were just casually playing the game, and at one point, I think I suggested, like, hey, you guys want to stream this? Like, I don't see anyone streaming. This game pretty much brought back the LAN party.
Yeah.
For us. I was like, why is no one doing a group stream? I think it'd be really fun to watch three dudes in the same room playing this game.
Well, we found ourselves entertaining, at least. I mean, we would crack ourselves up playing the game,
but then you start getting into, you're like, I don't know. I think I'm entertaining, but let's see if
everyone else thinks we are.
So we said, literally we had a number 12. We said, if we can get at least 12 people watching us every stream, we'll keep doing it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And we got at least that many, so.
Yeah.
And so it's only once a week, right?
That's all. As much as we have time for, we're all kind of busy working dudes, and we have other things going on, so it's tough
really
for us
hard.
to get
It's
together.
really hard to match up three schedules.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's why you don't probably see a lot of people do these like group streams, and everyone's not together in the same place so that you can all come together. That's great. Otherwise, it's logistically hard to have the cameras for everyone set up and then the schedules. So,
yeah. I mean, we'll never solo stream because that's kind of not our deal.
I did it for half an hour on our very first stream.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Yeah.
So weird. I was just like talking to myself in the room, just narrating my own game, which I was losing. And then these guys came and it was much better.
But even like a 2-person stream can feel a little cheating. Like I feel like we're cheating the crowd a little bit. We're never fully complete unless it's all three of us. I feel like.
I think it's hard because part of streaming is like also being consistent. Like I think I'm happy that we've been able to make our Tuesday time. But like other streamers, I've heard Wabish talk about her experiences and DZ Live talk about his experiences, and it's literally been months and months. Their stories are always like months and months of like consistent streaming, gradually building up their viewers
Yeah.
and really just making it known that like their viewers just know like, hey, I can count on being on at like 5 p.m. and seeing this guy. And the ability to do that is kind of necessary for a streamer. And if you can't, and it's weird that we've been able to pull it off once a week, but really you kind of need to do it more than that.
Yeah. We would love to stream
yeah.
more than once a week, at least twice a week, right? Maybe have a weekend stream and a weekday stream, but it's still challenging.
Okay, yeah, weekend streams would be dangerous with 3 people. I feel like there'd be a lot more drinking involved.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, we would have like a lot of beer
Yes.
burritos Saturdays or something going on and just not be productive the rest of the weekend.
Sure. So how'd you guys get into VainGlory then? Like what made you pick this game and decide to start streaming
Grim
it?
found it first, right? You started playing
I played
it.
like, okay, so Q like Black Thumb's like the best guy out of. He's just a natural. Like for someone who plays as infrequently as he does, because we both play way more than he does.
Yeah.
If you look at our games played,
Okay.
he's like the one that's most naturally talented at MOBAs, and he actually played some League, and he tried to get me to play a little bit, and I played like 3 games, and it was fun, but I was like, damn man, this is like 40 minutes a game. This is like I can't
Commit.
I can't do that, and then when I saw the VainGlory demo on the Apple stream, I was like, oh, that looks like this looks promising. It might, because I remember having a lot of fun playing League, the 3 games I played, and lost.
Okay.
But I still had fun, and I was like, oh, this looks like it'd be a total fun. And I just picked it up. I liked it. I got these guys into it, and they were like, yeah, let's keep playing this.
Yeah. Yeah, Q's probably like the least regular gamer out of all of us. I'm probably the most regular at gaming, but I usually console game. So it was easy for Grim to come to me and be like, hey, like check out this game. And it was always easy for us, like, because we're hanging out all the time anyway. Like maybe not on a weeknight, but we'll be together, and it's easy for us to like, oh, we all have the game. Let's just like pop in and play like one quick round, and then.
And it's 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
For sure, yeah. And then what roles you guys do? Each of you have your own role that you play, or you kind of all bounce around a lot?
I'm traditionally the support.
Or jungle.
Or sometimes I jungle, but I'm traditionally support because ironically my MOBA reflexes are not great. So I'm like, oh, they're fighting, I better go help them. And then they do all the work.
Tim also loves tankiness.
Yes.
He loves just wandering into a crowd of people and just swinging his arms.
Just see what happens.
Oh, and
I'll check that.
And he tried that as laner a bunch of times, and it just never worked.
No.
As it shouldn't.
Right. Yeah.
And then I think once you got used to like the support role, I think you got a lot happier with that.
Yes. Q's tradition. Well, we start
Me and Q
off.
hop back and forth between laner and jungle. Like we both jungle.
Okay.
He tends to play like the weapon powered laners, and I tend to play the mages.
Okay.
I'll score
depending on what patch it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we won't know about what's good in the patch until like 4 weeks after everyone else has like basically until once the next patch comes out, then we finally figured out the previous patch.
Yes.
Right. You got like those 4 days where it's like, okay, this is what everyone's playing. All right, we'll play that now.
Yeah, basically.
And then it's relevant.
That's fun. Do you guys all play on iPads, or do some of you like a phone guy?
I started out on a phone, and it was funny because they kept pestering me, dude, you got to play on an iPad. You got to play on an iPad. We think you're going to play so much better. And they even chipped in. Each chipped in to help me get an iPad to play it on. And I finally bought an iPad.
Sorry, that was frustrating, man. You got the biggest hands in the group and the smallest phone.
And I had the smallest phone. I was playing on a 6. I mean, I've seen people play on 5s, and that's insane to me.
Tinker.
Yeah.
But I thought, I'm totally okay. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't need an iPad. And then I finally started playing on an iPad, and maybe like 2 days in, and I was like, I don't know how I can go back to playing on a phone. And it did significantly improve my game.
Yeah, but if you listen to our games when you had your phone, half the audio would have been like, I bought the wrong thing again. Yeah, but I just didn't mean to hit that.
Fat thumbs.
Okay. Yeah, I feel I've tried to play on the phone, and it's like I end up just setting it down and using it like an iPad, and like, oh, this is not working for me.
Yeah, it's challenging, but we all have our iPads
Some people
now.
like it though. Like you interviewed Tinker once, right?
Yeah.
You put him on an iPad once, and he played it with his thumbs. Just used to playing on an iPhone live, And
Yeah, I
he's
think
like
if you're
POA.
good, if you're good and can get used to it, like more power to you.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, should we jump into? Let's jump into the news.
VainGlory News.
So I think the first bit of news to talk about, we got the last dev stream of 2015. This was what was it, December 18th, a couple days ago, and we got some fun new stuff revealed. A little sneak peek at a new hero, Reim, a tank mage. They're calling him. Did you guys get a chance to look at this image or even watch it?
I just took a look at it. I wasn't able to look at the stream, but Dave watched.
I watched the stream. It was funny. But yeah, the big star of the show was that splash art.
Yeah, it was such a short stream because they were going to see Star Wars. Understandable. So they
understandably
like,
so.
They're like, oh, we got to get in here and get out.
Not saying
fast.
I know that for sure, but I have my suspicions.
Yeah, it was Friday before Christmas break probably for a lot of people. So they're probably just hanging out in the office having a good time.
Yeah, they're very energetic. But yeah. What was interesting to me was that they called it a tanky mage.
Right. Yeah. Which is, I guess, seems different because we have Scarf and Celeste, and most mages in any other MOBA are like kind of assassin and bursty characters. So being able to be like in those fights for a long time just doesn't seem like it goes with the mage, I guess, class.
But what defines a mage, though? Is it the fact that you're primarily using your abilities over and over again? Is that what makes a mage?
Yeah, it's usually abilities versus like Ringo or Vox, a more auto attack based.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could see that then.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like maybe they're going to try to encourage him to be in the jungle a little bit more, or at least roam a lot more frequently than just stick to lane. I think that I think that's kind of been the trend for a lot of their characters in the past. Their new characters like Kestrel and Blackfeather, like they kind of want a more flexible hero.
Right.
Scale differently according to how you want to play them.
But yeah, I guess if he's tanky, he's probably a melee hero. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to be a tanky range character. That'd be too much.
That'd be terrible.
But his splash art looks like it goes back to maybe like the Rona and Glaive prehistoric time period. Like it looks like maybe he killed one of Glaive's family there in the splash art or something like that.
Yeah, he has that ancient vibe to him, which is kind of cool.
And the fact that he seems to be a nice character.
Yeah, he does see like the winter there. It looks cold, and he looks like he's trying to stay warm with his crazy beard. So it feels like that's
I don't know. I just remember like for a long time on the forums, people were, I don't know for a long time, but I do remember distinctly reading like people saying like, "Hey, we need a nice character. We got a fire character. We need a nice character."
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. And if we get like that winter map, we've heard, and maybe this stuff got leaked, but it seems like he would be appropriate to come out with that release too, like the winter theme, winter season, winter character.
Totally.
Pretty nice.
That soon, because I was kind of hoping for one more winter skin. We had 2 Halloween skins.
Yeah, and we only had 1 winter skin, which I love, but I don't get to play that much. Fortress, it would be cool to have another winter person, and this guy completely fits the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder if in the next update they maybe give us another skin or give us 2 more, maybe. 1.12 seemed like it came out really fast, so maybe there wasn't as much stuff that they wanted.
But I'm kind of surprised at how quickly they're coming out with characters.
Right, but Yeah, it seems like every patch, and which is sometimes every 2 weeks. So that's crazy. Like I can barely have time to learn that new hero, and then there's a new one.
Yeah, seriously. People are still wrapping their heads around Blackfeather and Kestrel.
Yeah, like I haven't even had time to really dive into Kestrel too much. Just either it gets picked or it's not appropriate for maybe the team comp. So it's like, all right, that's fine.
Well, I think I don't know if it was like your comparison to Rona or you have a character you always mention this about, but I feel like Kestrel's my version of when she's on my team we get wrecked. When she's on the other team, she like 1v3s all.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's like we just needed that Kestrel. Come on.
Exactly.
But so this was the last dev stream of 2015, and they said 1.13 is coming. We know winter season ends on or begins on January 13th, so it kind of makes sense that 1.13 comes out on 1.113. But that seems like so far away, right? It's about a month, so that gives us, it was like it'd be a 5-week patch, which seems pretty long for them.
Considering the recent patches, yeah.
I mean, as casual players who are slow on the uptake, I don't mind having a longer time to like pick up this patch, but I think some of the more competitive players might get a little antsy.
Right, and knowing we have a new hero coming, it's everyone's like, gimme kind of thing as soon as they reveal it. But I'm just using that wording like a last dev stream of the year. Does that mean there could be a downtime stream? It won't be a dev stream, but we could have a downtime stream here before the end of the year.
That's interesting. I mean, well, I don't know. I feel like they've had such a crazy year, and I remember like the one previous to the last dev stream, they were already like just wrecked from live finals, and it was such a hectic stream. And the whole year for SEMC in general has just been so jam packed. It wouldn't surprise me that they just kind of need like a solid week to sleep.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it if they didn't have a stream. I'd be like, you guys just hang out with your families and stay away from the webcam.
I feel like what they're going to do is just call up exceptions. Exceptions is going to stream for like 2 days straight, like real chill.
Just here, you take it. Go ahead. Because they did like kick out a hot fix, I think, a couple days ago for like a pedal and a sky fix. So maybe they're just kind of doing that until this 1.13 drops. Like, all right, we can fix small things. Like we've learned how to do that now without having to do a major update.
Right.
Yeah. Right. At the same time, if they do feel the need to hotfix something, I know they don't want to sit on it for like 5 weeks.
That's true.
Right. Exactly.
They want to like keep the game playable and then really genuinely remedy it as soon as they can.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they did say in 1.13 trophy cases are going to come. We're going to get some ability to see like your team and your guild trophy, and as well as your ranking trophy. So some sort of case that you can dive into and just see all this stuff, because you're going to start to get trophies now for your skill tier, your guild, and
I get to see my pretty good trophy next to my hotness trophy from preseason.
Mine is going to look even less impressive than that.
The fat dude on the decent dish trophy.
Yeah. It's just, I think that's great. I think that's awesome because, any chance that like a player and a guild and a team can show off what they have or just kind of sit back and view their achievements, I think that's awesome, right? That's a huge thing in the gaming world, right? Like achievements and having that just like list of accomplishments that you've knocked off and can show to everyone else. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, you need something to brag to, right? To tell your friends or even on stream, like, oh yeah, look at what we did. Yeah, last season.
Oh, maybe you can. I don't know.
It's a different story for us.
We're not going to show that on the stream.
They look at us and they're like, they say, "Why are you guys streaming?" Yeah, we volunteer ourselves as viewer punching bags quite frequently.
I mean, half the people watch our stream just for the parrot. Yeah. It's not to watch us win games.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're kind of like late in the day for the younger, like newer streamers or players. I mean.
Oh yeah, we lost like a bunch of viewers because college started.
Yeah.
They're like, sorry, we can't watch anymore. We got a high school. I got my senior year starting in high school or something.
Well, now they're all they got winter break.
And now they
have a good have a good couple weeks here.
Yeah.
And then the last thing they said on the downtime stream was, or two things. They said there will be a stream on January 9th from the new office. So not sure what that's going to be, if that's maybe a preview patch stream.
I think that's going to be like a mini celebration of sorts.
That might just be an office introduction stream.
Yeah.
Show it off. Because they said they're going to have a esports arena or stage kind of set up there.
Yeah.
Like a permanent streaming home.
Which kind of makes me sad because it means that next time they have a live finals, it's probably going to be up there, not close to us in Southern California.
Okay, yeah, they probably will take advantage of their own space.
It also means that they'll probably have some good Wi-Fi finally.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hopefully. It can't get worse, right?
That's true. Rough.
And then they said the guild giveaway, like if your guild reaches 99, it's going to be even bigger than what it says in the payout right now. I'm not sure what the actual payout is right now, but you get like a ton of glory, you get a ton of ice, and they kind of hinted at that it's going to be better than that.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's cool. Like, we're actually, so we have our own guild, Hotmess guild, which doesn't rank up because it's only us playing, but some of the other guilds, like we're part of a scary guild, just because we want to feel part of something bigger.
Yeah, so we put all the results onto Scary Guild, and that's like at 96.
Yeah, and it's insane. Every time we log in, it just levels up, and there's so many people in the guild.
Well, it's more exciting than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
because I was like, because he asked us, and we were like, we'll join. And then now I'm like kind of into the whole, let's hit 99. Jeez, come on, guys, we can do this.
It's addictive because you feel part of this huge group, and every time you're in there, we're all kind of working towards these rewards of glory and ice, and it's really fun. It's really fun, and the fact that they're making that payout even bigger is kind of crazy. I mean, go them! Like that's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't even know if it's just more ice or more glory or maybe skin unlock or who knows what it's gonna be, but it should be pretty neat. And I think I've got to push for 99 now.
I think like the highest payout is like I don't remember what the glory is, but it's in the thousands for sure. I mean, tens of thousands, I think, and it's like 900 ice. I want to say, which is
there's ice too.
Yeah. The highest level.
What?
Yep.
I mean, that's like a character. Money. That's giving you a character already, right?
Right.
It's like giving me cash, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it's free money for playing the game. Like, all right, you're actually now getting paid to play the game. That's basically what happened.
Exactly.
So that's awesome. I hopefully everyone out there getting their guilds to 99. I know it's a struggle sometimes. It feels like it's not moving, and then all of a sudden you level up and you get excited, and you're like, all right, next, let's keep going.
So also speaking of guilds, congratulations on your Gangstars content. I guess content. You're part of the content producing group in Gangstars.
Yeah, so Gangstars Galaxy, joined that, which also means I'm leaving Wicked and join some part of Gangstars now. I'm gonna switch over in the game probably after the season. I just want to help these guys get to where they need to be, and I've been with Wicked for so long, and just get the payout there, and then I'll move over and start on the Gangstars side next season.
Awesome. Congrats, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Great group of people on both sides, so it's a lot of fun to be part of these communities and everything.
I think you did well there. I think both of those guilds are pretty universally loved in the community.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So this should be fun. Yeah, the Gangstars Galaxy is pretty neat, and Gangstars is even running like a pretty awesome contest as well. Like they have a 1-year anniversary meme contest that they're doing. Did you guys see this contest? So celebrating their 1-year anniversary, or it's kind of like their 1 year when their line chat was formed. So it might have been it's around a year for Gangstars, I guess, right now. So you can make a meme. They're providing pictures, and you could add your own text and basically make fun of Fuji and Call the Meek and Old School and anyone else on the Gangstars team. Like find a good picture of them either from the live finals or take one of these that already there and come up with a good caption. And winners will get 500 ice.
Wow, that's a lot of fun. That's really cool that they're doing that.
I don't know. Oh no. Okay, this is a Gangstar's thing. We were thinking about the SCMC thing, where they were having the cosplay thing.
Oh right. Yeah,
the
cosplay contest for SCMC.
But this is a different thing.
This is different. This is solely for Gangstars.
This is just Gangstars, yeah.
But honestly, I think that's a great move. Like a lot of these teams, I think it's cool that they're like doing making an effort to kind of cultivate like their unique identity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's fantastic. Like as a overall VainGlory community, we're all kind of one big family, but within our guilds and within our teams, I think it's awesome that like we have the opportunity to kind of like forge newer identities. I just think it's cool that like coming into like certain tournaments to have like each team have a very unique identity and have that kind of something fun for the audience to like get behind and root for and
mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you could
inherent tension.
Yeah, if you could do this contest, the meme contest, or even the fan art, there's a couple categories. Like you're involved with Gangstars then, like, or you feel like you are and you want to root for them when you see them on stage. You're like, oh, I know who these people are now because I drew them or made a funny picture.
Yeah, it's an awesome PR move on their part because it kind of makes public personalities out of these players.
Mm-hmm. So everyone should check that out. Enter the contest on January. I think it runs until the end of the year. So on Wednesday, December 30th. So check that out. Enter. It's pretty easy. Not too hard to come up with a meme. You just put some white text over a picture.
Yeah, basically.
I think there's literally a website called memegenerator.com.
Yep, totally.
Like just stick a picture in there and it'll do it for you.
Picture of old school and say something.
Yeah, sure. And then more contests or more like goodies are happening too from Super Evil.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah, they just keep giving stuff away and having celebrations. It's fantastic, man.
Yeah, this whole winter week or the whole Christmas week will be Winter Wonders. So there's going to be something called Like a Pro that hasn't really got announced yet.
Right, the iPad Pro giveaway.
Yeah, some sort of iPad Pro giveaway. You'll be able to win an iPad Pro. I think they're going to announce that this coming week, exactly how to do that. And then the winter season countdown. So the countdown to the winter season beginning. Every day starting on Christmas Eve, if you tweet with VainGlory Winter and you show your love for your favorite character. So it starts with Catherine because she was the first character. You tweet that day why you love Catherine, and you might be able to get Catherine unlocked if you don't have her. And if you do have her, you get to unlock to the next skin tier that you don't have. So if you have like Catherine and skill or tier 2 skin, you could get tier 2, 3.
Tier 3.
Just for saying why you love Catherine.
It's awesome for me because I have no tier 3 skins. That's how awful I am. Incidentally, Catherine was like the first hero that I mained.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love playing Catherine. With Arden being strong right now, I haven't played much Catherine.
Yeah, Arden's awesome right now.
So that'd be good. So I feel like every day just jump on up until winter season beginning and tweet something just about one of these people. You never know, like on the 31st of December, people might be out partying. You might be one of those people to get in there and there might not be that many entries.
Yeah, be a shut-in, win a skin.
Well, you can always tweet from wherever you are.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. You can go party and be like, hang on a second, I got to tweet about Cruel fast.
We can finish making out later.
And then we still have the double glory weekends happening. So that would be Christmas weekend, the 25th to the 27th. And then the New Year's double glory.
Please talk to your family. You got VainGlory.
But it's perfect because it's a holiday on the Friday, and then you have the rest of the weekend to do your thing. So, half the time you're just sitting around with your family or your friends.
Oh, get out. Crazy. The Cards Crazy 8 thing's returning?
Yeah, that's back, which is, that was a huge hit with us. I'm pretty sure it was a huge hit with the community, the Cards Crazy 8.
Yeah. So this is going to run 2 days. So this will run on Christmas Eve and then on New Year's Eve.
My family's gonna be so pissed at me. I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm gonna have dinner and then I'm gonna go to Tim's house.
Yeah.
and just play.
So if you're
listening,
listening,
relationships.
if you're listening and didn't know what the Crazy Eight is, so your first 1 to 4 wins, you're guaranteed a rare card. Then wins 5, 6, and 7, you're guaranteed an epic card. And then on your 8th win, you get a legendary card. And I'm not sure if they reset or if it just ends after that. That's never been super clear. If you could run this,
we weren't able to pull off 12 games in one day, so we
but we did get to our 8. I mean, I think we stayed up until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
we scheduled it. We literally were like, okay, we're coming together this time. We're all playing.
Well, you and Black Thumb did. I got to like 7 games and I couldn't.
Well, it's tough. You have to win the games too. So like it's 8 games like minimum, but that's if you win all the games.
Hey, just run your best comp like 8 times in a row.
Yeah. No. Fortunately, everyone's playing at that time, so if you do casual, you're gonna run into some way lower people, lower tier people. So it's a little bit easier that time.
Mm-hmm. I need to make sure I keep track this time. I didn't keep track, and I got a legendary card at some point, but I think you could get them out of your 1 to 7 wins too. So I was never sure, like, oh, is that the 8th one, or did I just happen to get one? So I gotta keep track this time.
Yeah, that's gonna be insane. People are gonna be showing late to some New Year's Eve parties.
Yeah,
Christmas parties. Yeah, and then already mentioned this, but the autumn season payouts, those will happen at the end of the season. You need to be in your guild. You need to be a member. You can't be initiative, so you can't invite all your alts to the guild like the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm sure you're not seeing probably a lot of people inviting new people to guilds right now. So if you're not in a guild, you might have to wait till the next season, because I wouldn't want to invite someone and they're just there for the payout and then they bounce the day later. So yeah, check all that out. This should be a fun week. I'm excited to hear what this Leica Pro iPad Pro giveaway is, because I haven't even seen an iPad Pro. Like, I haven't touched one.
Oh man, it's amazing.
Aren't you a graphic professional?
Yeah, but I have I have no need for one at the moment, so I haven't went and checked one out.
You play on an iPad?
I play on an iPad Mini. Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah. I think all of us actually ended up liking. We all played. Black Thumb got one. We all played on it, and some people are like, it's going to take. You have to move your fingers too far. But as someone who plays mages, my skill shots are on when I play on the iPad Pro.
Okay.
The accuracy is really good. You know when the enemy does that thing when the support stands on top of the carry and it's hard to click on him, not a problem. You can your ability to select characters is pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really like it.
Also, your Fruit Ninja game goes up.
Fruit Ninja, okay.
No, but it's pretty rad. I don't know. It almost feels like a hint of that excitement when like in Minority Report, where you're kind of you feel like you're commanding everything.
Okay, yeah.
It kind of has that vibe when you're playing VainGlory.
You see you watched the NA Live Finals, right?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see Loving E-Man on his iPad Pro?
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I think it was Loving E-Man was on an iPad Pro for one of the games.
Notice that.
Yeah, and he's 90 pounds soaking wet, and he has this what looks like a widescreen LCD in front.
This big TV he's basically carrying around.
He's playing from the shoulders,
That's cool. I think I need to go try one, and then I'll probably just buy one, which is probably not good.
No. And then you're gonna go back to saying how did I ever play on an iPad Mini?
Yeah, I know. But I can't see traveling with the iPad Pro. I already travel with my computer a lot, so it's now I got this basically another computer. The Mini will be for travel gaming, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the last bit of news is the free hero rotation. I like to always mention that because we all don't have all these characters. And this week, it goes back to the beginning. So the classic characters are on the free hero rotation. You got Kashka, Catherine, Saw, Adagio, Glaive, and Ringo. These are your first characters. If you came into the game really early, this is all you had.
Yeah.
This is good chance.
These are the ones that started it all.
Yeah. Do you guys own everyone? Do you have everyone at this point?
I still don't actually.
I do. I've given given SCMC so much money. I'm putting someone's kid through college right now.
Yeah.
Like just myself. Yeah, so I mean, I make a point. I didn't before. Before, I would always try to, just build up some glory and get characters as I needed them. But once we started streaming, I mean, it's. I think if you stream, you kind of got to make a point of grabbing that new character as soon as possible and showing them off because that's what people want to see.
Yeah, they want to see you play them. They want to see you mess up and then try new builds and just see what's working. So yeah, you do need to pick up the new people. But someone like maybe Saw, maybe you never bought just because he never was in the meta. So it's like, I don't need him.
No, we've always played Saw.
Yeah, we played Saw.
We're the guy. We like the odd. At Hotmess, we actually really like the oddball characters.
Okay.
We like Saw. We like Pedal.
We feel bad for the last kid picked on the dodgeball team.
Okay. So
and also it's just when you're solo queuing, you can't I never bothered to learn Vox just because I could never get him in solo queue because everyone was knocking him down. I'm like, if I'm laning, I'm gonna play Saw. He's fun.
Okay. Yeah. No, he is fun to play, but yeah, you don't see him too often in the higher tiers or. Those pro comps running MX, unless Fuji and them ran it in the live finals. So
yeah, that didn't go.
It does work.
You know what? Did you see the EU live finals?
I've seen some of the games. I didn't see all.
They ran a Media Pixel in the earlier games ran a Saw comp and it worked pretty well for them. They rocked it pretty good.
So see, it can work.
I think it can work. It just takes excellent, almost perfect gameplay.
And you kind of can't solo queue with them. You have to have two other teammates that know exactly what to do.
All right. So not a bad hero rotation. I think we might see Blackfeather though in the next rotation, and that I would think would be pretty awesome for the holiday week where you're trying to get all these crazy 8s, and you got Blackfeather too. It's exciting, and probably throw down some ice and stuff with all those gift cards you maybe get for the holidays, and be like, I love them, playing them in the free hero rotation. So. Keep an eye out for that.
That'd be the first time. Has he not been on yet?
No, I don't think
he hasn't been yet. Yeah, but that should be about 4 weeks, I think, for him at that point.
He's due.
Yeah. That does it for all the news. Let's jump into some forum static.
Forum static.
So in the forum static, came up with a couple little things. One. I ran into this problem, and I went to the forums and found out someone else was having this problem. But there's a Adagio targeting issue, and it's also happening on Arden. And see, I only play Adagio in casuals because I am a terrible Adagio player, and so I don't play him that often. But I was running into this thing where I would click on his A ability, and then I couldn't click on anything else because it's on cooldown, and I just have the ring around me, the indicator. And apparently this seems like a bug, and you're not able and you can't unclick it because it's on cooldown, so you have to wait till the cooldown happens and then click it again.
Oh.
Have you guys seen this at all?
No, I haven't seen it, but we actually have been playing Adagio.
You know what though? This was different than how I understood it. You said it happens with Arden too?
Yeah, it happens with Arden's Vanguard.
I feel like I've noticed this with Arden for 3 patches.
Okay.
Because now that you're mentioning it, I'm like, I now know exactly what you're talking about. And I've been playing more Adagio. I haven't seen it with Adagio, but I know for sure with Arden, this has been happening to me where I'm stuck with this annoying targeting circle for 3 seconds.
You gotta wait for the I think it's not as bad on Arden because the Vanguard cooldown is only a few seconds, but Adagio's Gift of Fire is 12. Yeah. At the beginning, you're like, I can't auto attack, guys. Sorry, I'm just dying here. I healed you, and now I can't do anything.
I'll be a bullet sponge.
So it's a weird thing, and since I don't play Adagio that often, I didn't notice it, and I haven't noticed it too much on Arden. Every now and then, and it's sometimes hard to pick these characters now, knowing this could happen and we might lose. So just a weird bug. I would hopefully. SCMC sees this and addresses this maybe in the upcoming patch, but I don't see a lot of people talking about it. This post only got a couple people
You know what was my thing though? I think just making people aware of it is good because I know that once I noticed with Arden, I stopped trying to fix it in the middle of a fight.
Okay.
That's what would get me killed is me trying to fix it in the middle of a fight. Now if that happens, I literally just pull out. I just pull out of the fight and
Yeah.
at least try not to get my teammates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have to pay. Maybe misclicking. It might be something to do with like lagging. Like you might have like a spike and it doesn't register. I don't know. I don't think anyone's really solved why it's happening, but be on the lookout for that. It is some sort of bug. The other thing in the forums I came across, and this was a post I originally put up there, and someone like bounced it back. I put it up in 2014 in December, but the idea of match history in the game. So some way to go to your profile and see like the last maybe 10 games you've played. I would love to see this. I'd still love to see this after a year. Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome. I think it's a good way for you to like judge how you've been doing, or and it would be awesome to see like the level of competition, like what skill tier, like some of the players that you've been matched up with, if they could even log that. I mean, that would be amazing. Just to kind of give yourself a better sense of like how you've been doing, It
would be nice.
Right.
I think it's the impression I get is that it's not as straightforward the thing that impressed me about this game is the trim. Like everything looks really good. Everything looks like it belongs. And when the feature's put in, it usually works more than often than not, and it looks like it fits in. It's just usually really well integrated.
Yeah.
Regardless of sometimes there's bugs and stuff, but I think, I think this is. I feel like this is like things like this is something like they're trying to put it in. It just takes a lot of work because it's not just a database. It's not an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like there's a whole interface you got to design for it. And what's already becoming kind of a cluttered home screen.
Right. Yeah, and because it's on a mobile device, your screen real estate is totally different than you can on a computer where you can have all these drop-down menus and things that another website you could click on to go to. Mobile screen real estate is a lot difficult or smaller.
Then you got to count for a big screen and then an iPhone 5.
Right. Yeah. So how's that redo? I know it's already hard in the guilds. We're just scrolling through people, and if you need to remove someone or click on someone, it's like it's real small on the phone.
I mean, we still don't have friends list, like a way to jump to sections of your friends list.
Mm-hmm. If I want to scroll all the way down to like Z or T, a friend with a T, like those people who have really long friends lists, it could be a chore.
Yeah, you would think with the contacts we have on the iPhone, like you could click on the letter and bounce to it. That should be in the, I guess, friends list as well. But maybe since the guild and the starred friends, maybe it messes it up somehow. But I don't know. Kraken, come on, you got to get on that.
Kraken it's probably literally just Kraken doing this.
Yeah.
It's probably like, oh my god, guys, there's so much I want to do.
There's so much.
Easy.
Yeah, it's easy, right? Just put it in. Just
implement this entirely new feature.
But yeah, the match history, like I think it'd be fun just to see. I don't even need to. I'm sure it'll start small, like a lot of things, just like your last few games, and then maybe it'll grow into like, oh, you win this many times with Arden, or you lose this many times playing a pedal, or something like that.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Just a little more stats to be like, well, maybe I shouldn't play that character. Maybe I'm obviously not good at him.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be nice because you like looking back and seeing like your progression over time, and like what I used to do was literally take a screenshot of every final game screen, but I had to stop because it was like I started killing the space on my iPad,
right?
And it was getting unmanageable, So like having a match history, match statistics section would be awesome.
Yeah. Do you think that'll come first, or will we get like be able to click on your friends' profiles to just look at maybe their trophies and that kind of thing before a match history?
I feel like it's easier to be able to click on your friend's profile and just see their trophies.
But I'm more interested in seeing match history.
Yeah, match history is, I think, a much more useful tool. But
yeah,
it definitely seems like it's harder to integrate that. That's a lot of data to like kind of coordinate.
Mainly because I don't care about other people. I just care about myself. And me.
Yeah.
But I'd love to, be able to click on with all these trophies. Like, you're gonna want to, if you're showing them off or just check on people, like no one could ever see them if you're not a streamer or you're just a hermit playing by yourself. Like no one knows your trophies.
Yeah.
So it'd be neat to just be able to be like check on people, like, oh man, you did not do good this season. You were VainGlorious and now you're a Hotness. Like what happened?
Yeah, I mean, like with the first skill tier compression, I think that would have been a really useful tool to kind of judge, especially for us. Like when we try to match players of various skill tiers, we had to constantly ask people, what were you before? What was your skill tier before?
Yeah, we play people. Early on, we were playing teams, and we were like, "You're really good for a decentish."
Yeah, they're like, "I was POA
last season,"
Okay, yeah. So new feature. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do coming here in the future, and if we see like VainGlory 2.0 next year, or if we're going to continue down these 1 point something patches for a year. Like at some point we need a 2.0, right?
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
I don't know what that
I have no that
is.
would boggle my mind as to what that would look like.
I mean, just conceptually, I don't think we've played out one. I think
right, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm basing that off of. It's just like a weird gut feeling that they can do this iteration of the game.
Yeah, and other MOBAs, like a number like that changes when either like a big change happens in the game, like maybe the camps got moved or the whole jungle's rearranged, or we get another map, like if we got the all for one kind of map or the ARAM kind of map,
right.
that could be a 2.0 kind of patch.
Right.
So fun stuff. Always neat things in the form. People ideas.
There's a lot of stuff that can be done with the game.
Yeah, so go in there, see what everyone's talking about, and chime in as well. So you guys were asking earlier and on Twitter other bumpers, and so I have another bumper just for you guys for this episode.
Yes.
So let's jump into it.
Hero Tier List.
So this is going to be the hero tier list. So we haven't done this one before. We're going to talk about a hero tier list, like opinions on our heroes, our favorite picks right now. I know tier lists they are a controversial thing. Like everyone has their heroes that they love and who they think should be on the top and who's the potato and all that good stuff. So I thought we'd keep it easy and just break it into like 3 ranks, like a top, mid, and bottom, and just get your guys' thoughts and see who we think is the best right now in 1.12 and who's at the bottom. So right now for my top, I have Arden, Sky, Kestrel, Blackfeather, Glaive, and Kashka. Like I think those, 6 are pretty top picks at the moment. Any thoughts?
I agree with that. I'm surprised Glaive's up there. I thought people were saying if Glaive. I feel like Glaive. I'm seeing less Glaive, but we're like 2 tiers below you.
Right. I see less Glaive, but when I see a Glaive, like he's legit still.
Yeah.
The one thing I would add up there is Adagio.
Okay.
I feel like his burn is nasty now. And like I see him getting banned a lot I forgot which maybe it was VIPL, but no, I think Arden got their Adagio banned last match.
Okay,
they ran Adagio twice and were wrecking with him. Yeah, I mean the Shinkaigen's Adagio was just buffing the hell out of everybody, and the last match they banned him. They still won, but I think Adagio is really strong right now.
Yeah, I feel like he's strong early game, but there's something about he falls off just hard, like he hits a wall at some point, and then it's like, oh, you have this ultimate where you stand there for a long time and my team can block it or walk away. That just minute 15 and on, it's like we're never getting hit by that, so don't worry about it.
Right.
But if you get a Shatter Glass on him, he buffs the heck out of a Saw or a Ringo.
Right, yeah. So
he started hitting really hard after that.
Those like early push comps, like him and Saw, they could be a monster if that's how you want to run the game.
Yeah.
But Blackfeather, I think with the buffs, like the secret buffs he got in 1.12, like he's kind of super strong. And
he's brutal, man.
Yeah.
Brutal. Because you never pay attention to him. He's always on a team where I think they have a carry, and then we're always focused on going for after the carry first, and then Blackfeather just kind of just jumps in there and executes you, and we're always like, what happened? What just happened?
But you know what he's like to me now? Now that they've like kind of taken care of some of his problems, is he's basically like Kroll with an escape.
Yeah.
Because Kroll's great, except you have to commit to a fight. Don't bother running away. You're never going to get out. You just got to stay in there and fight till you win or die. But Blackfeather's like, he jumps in, he's got the stacks, he's got the huge damage spike, and then he can just leave if he wants to.
Mm. But yeah, that's executes like Cruel. It's like I watched a Blackfeather almost like 100% execute a Celeste. I was like, oh, you're gonna die, man. You're under turrets. And then like he hit his A ability and she was gone. I was like, holy crap. It was nuts. And then Sky, like she's top right now. Just like people have gotten really good at playing her. Like the people that are good with her, it's like, holy moly, man. Like you just mow people down.
Yeah. They figured her out, you know.
Well, I'm glad that Sky's coming into it, because I know that SAMC really put they were putting a lot of hopes on her as like a really rewarding high skill play character, and I don't think people liked her that much when she came out because of some of her quirks.
Yeah.
And they took care of that once they got her mobility back up, you know, and they made some adjustments. Like I suck with her, but I like playing her. She's just really fun to play.
Yeah, that's how I feel with her. Like I'm gonna probably play her a bunch over this break and like try to at least get okay with her. Like that's my hope. So then I guess in my mid tier thoughts list is a lot of people, because I feel like the game is very well balanced at this point. But I have Ringo, Fortress, Celeste, Scarf, Rona, Vox, Catherine, Petal, and this is where I put Adagio.
Okay.
So this is our, I guess, core group of characters. It's quite a big list in this mid-range.
Oh, Kroll? You still don't think Kroll's in there?
I think Kroll's at the bottom still.
Grim is a huge Kroll fan. Yeah.
But I like the adjustments because his early game became way more manageable now.
Yeah, but now you personally don't have to worry about the late game as much. Like if you're playing against them, you're like, okay, well, it's not as brutal as it was. It still hurts.
Yeah.
And he still is really good. But a lot of our comps, or a lot of the games you usually see, are like aggressive games and winning early. And Cruel, like, doesn't always, his mobility.
Yeah, he's still not an early. He's just not as terrible as an early game character, but he's not really an early game character.
Right, and that makes sense. Everyone shouldn't be an early game character.
Yeah.
But I think all our laners, like the Vox, the Celeste, the Scarfs, the Ringos, like they're all solid picks right now, and I don't think seeing them on your team or like someone picking them should make you like cringe. So I think I love playing Ringo. Like he's my go-to person, and I would put him at the top. But I think the Skies and the Kestrels and Blackfeathers kind of outduel him a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Ringo's always solid. I mean,
Ringo's never bad.
He's never bad.
No, yeah. I think someone on stream recently was like, he's probably the most balanced character since anyone's been released. Like he's always just in that mid spot. Like, yep, sometimes he's a little better, sometimes he's okay, but he's never bad.
I forgot. Did you put Petal in this one or not?
Yeah, I did.
Petal has gotten a big buff lately. Like she's doing really solid, you know.
That's another oddball character we like.
Yeah, she's fun, and I think that new kit really like strengthened her, and the jump and the chase that she can offer is pretty nice if you understand that kit.
I remember during one of the dev streams, Captain Nito he wasn't apologizing, but he was addressing. He took the time, made a point of taking the time to address a lot of the concerns that people were voicing about the new Petal kit. But it's nice to see, and that was like weeks ago, you know, but it's nice to see that since then people have really, you know, they've released numbers saying that Petal being in a game, you know, that there's a high win rate with Petals in games now, and people lost their shit during the live finals when Hardik pulled out that Petal.
Yeah, that was huge.
And he rocked her. It was really, really fun to watch.
We were surprised, or like half surprised, that he didn't pick her again, because it worked so well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that last game, I would have thought he would have went Petal and just, you know, tried it again, and people would have been excited to see more pedal. But I think the one time at least she came out and showed people like, hey, she's still viable.
Totally viable.
They wrecked on that game.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal actually.
And then Vox, I think he still has that great late game as the Crystal Vox. That's probably the most ways you see him right now still. So then at the bottom, sorry, but Cruel's there. And I saw Finn, Taka, and Jewel.
You got three of the characters. Basically, yeah. Cruel, Saw, and Finn, dude.
Yeah.
See, I love Finn, but
I love Finn.
Yeah.
He's awesome. But yeah, it's easy to counter him.
It's also our perspective is different. We're at the pretty good level. I think we can make Hotness because we play considerably better as a team. We're striving to hit it before the end of the season. But man, what works at the mid tiers does not work. It's just a different game. You can carry yourself to Hotness pretty good with Crawl, and then beyond that point, then you just kind of stop playing him.
Yeah, and I think as Finn too, the only reason he is so tough to play is if you don't have a coordinated team. He's slow, he's got to get in there, and you need to know that shield's coming. I think a good team can make Finn work. You could have some good buffs and shields happening with Finn, but he's hard, especially if you're soloing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the way the change of the minions coming up at the time, he barely makes it to that first camp. And it's like, oh my gosh, you guys already started this? I just got here. So.
Well, especially in solo queue, you may just spend your entire time as Finn just running from one teammate to the other, just trying to support them, and you're not getting any gold.
Also, the other thing that I hear is that in higher tiers that this doesn't happen so much, but in pretty good Hotness, no, I wouldn't say Hotness, but at least in pretty good and below, people are still running for the double smalls at the front of the middle of the map. They're still doing that, and if you're Finn and you have a jungler that wants to do that, it's really frustrating.
Yeah,
they're just wait, Taco, God, Taka, you're gone.
Yeah, it's all right, take them. I'll be with the next one. So.
Each in the middle.
Yeah. When I see Taka's now, Taka's at the bottom. A couple people in the guild still try to run him, and he is just terrible. I've dodged a couple games because people insta lock Takas. I'm like, no way, man. I'm not having that. It's just Taka got hurt.
Yeah.
Well, remember it used to be all Taka and no Kashka.
Right.
Now it's all Kashka, no Taka. They will probably address that.
I think that's unfortunate. Taka does take a lot of skill to play, and you're managing your stacks and boxing in and out. But I think in some of those tiers, Taka's super annoying to play against. Good Taka could roll through, decentish and pretty good, and people don't know how to counter that. But other places, you buy flares and mines, and people are like, yeah, you're worthless, and you don't scale as well as you used to.
Yeah.
And then Jewel, I just don't see her very much. It's kind of like Glaive, you're not seeing much, but when you do see her, she just isn't doing the damage it seems like she used to do. So it's kind of
I
sad.
have noticed, because I used to play a lot of Jewel, and she's not coming up as much. She isn't quite doing the damage that she used to.
I've been seeing, at least at our tiers, I've been seeing a lot more Crystal Jewels.
Okay.
Because of that change to her ult. But she's starting to become like the support burst damage, jungle support burst damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's my hero tier list. That's our new little segment here for you guys.
Hey, good going.
That's awesome.
So I'm sure if anyone has any comments on that tier list, feel free to tweet at me or let me know what you think or why someone should be somewhere else. Love to hear that. But that's going to do it for episode 68, guys. Thanks for joining me.
Dude, thanks for having us.
Yeah, totally.
This is cool.
So let people know where they can find you again. Twitter, Twitch, all that good stuff before we get out of here.
We're on Twitter at the Hotmess VG. And
Twitch also at the Hotmess VG. We stream Tuesday nights, 9, roughly, we usually start between 8:30 and 9.
West
Coast time and run until just a little bit before midnight. So for the East Coasters, we're starting right about midnight and going late.
Okay. And you do casual games, or are you guys ranking and showing everyone how to do that? Like, what do
So
you usually do?
we are strictly casual
Okay.
when we stream. We like to mix it up. We will try to invite people of various skill tiers to all jump in the same game. Our thing is we love to have games that are close. We never like blowouts, but we also want the games to be fun, and it's all about just having fun and not being super like competitive and stuff like that.
So it's usually a mix between like basically just getting into the queue, casual queue, or doing a viewer game. And we're starting this thing now where every time Battleman signs on to the chat, we automatically run a mini game because he's all about mini games. It becomes the Battleman commemorative mini game.
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you guys always on a team and everyone else is taking you on, or you guys mix it up sometimes too?
Occasionally we mix it up. Sometimes we'll do Hotmess versus.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll do strictly viewers.
And sometimes it's Hotmess versus each other.
Yeah.
And then it's just like a lot of smack talk.
It's fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love stopping by. I usually try to say hi and watch a little bit if I'm working here late or something. So
I appreciate it. Anyone from Central East is like we're always happy when we see you guys.
Yeah, so definitely everyone should check them out. It's only one night a week. Definitely go over there. It's hard. You need to check them out because if you miss it, it's like, oh, you gotta wait till next week now.
Exactly.
But so that's gonna do it for this week's episode. If you want to tweet at Shatter The Vain, at Shatter The Vain on Twitter, the website shatterthevain.com. All the episodes get posted there. Links to iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, SoundCloud. All the different ways to listen and watch the show is there. And then Facebook page / Shatter The Vain. Posting news, other things I've come across, Super Evil Megacorp related, goes up there. We'll be back with, I think, episode 69 after Christmas. I think Odds is going to come on with me. Oddly Odds. Yeah.
Awesome.
It streams on Mob Crush, so yeah, get ready for that. And take care.
Shatter the Vain.